An early incident shaped the course of events in this match at Highfield Road. In the second minute, Coventry goalkeeper Magnus Hedman and Middlesbrough defender Gary Pallister collided heavily, and both needed lengthy treatment. With regular number 2, Steve Grizovic, facing an operation, Coventry only had 17-year-old rookie goalkeeper Chris Kirkland on the bench. Hedman simply had to continue, even though he was badly hampered with a leg injury for the rest of the match. Gary Pallister had the option of going off, and he soon did, to be replaced by Vladimir Kinder. It was an important substitution, but Kinder put the visitors in front 19 minutes into the second period, racing forward from his own half to shoot past a static Hedman, who was clearly restricted by his lack of mobility. Having said all that, it was still a fine individual goal from Kinder. Coventry didn't take too long to draw level. Gary McAllister exchanged passes with John Aloisi, and the Coventry skipper gave the home fans hope that they could bounce back from their abysmal showing at Everton 6 days before. McAllister's goal set up a tense finish, but Middlesbrough triumphed thanks to a late volley. Hedman rooted to the spot, Borough completing the double over the Sky Blues, who are now right back in the relegation dogfight. Coventry 1, Middlesbrough 2.
No time during the game did Middlesbrough dominate the game in any manner of means. We did a lot of pressing, a lot of chances, a lot of good football, and it's a stunning result really, because I just couldn't see it happening.
10 years after the Hillsborough tragedy, the minutes silence around the country have been poignant. At no time since has the Kop forgotten the 96 of its own. Robbie Fowler could thank Paul Merson for his support over the touchline snorting affair. That all the more poignant after this morning's revelations that Merson's battling his addictions again. On the pitch, Liverpool couldn't get going, although Mark Bosnich's deliberate handball got Villa out of trouble early on. But Villa had due some good luck, and freed from the pressure of chasing the title, they were back approaching their best. Carragher denied a combination of Taylor and Southgate, but how Phil Thompson would wish he was 20 years younger. This sort of defensive aberration never happened to the Liverpool of old. Ian Taylor's miss-hit shot, still far too good for the 4 defenders around it. Their frustrations were all too apparent. Rigobert's Song's ill-advised lunge on Lee Hendry was out of tune with the atmosphere of the afternoon amid another off-key performance. A yellow card, the least he would possibly have expected. Steve McManaman scored one of the best goals of his Liverpool career in this fixture last season. No repeat this time round. Although as the game's run out before his move to Spain, he felt as though he should have had a penalty. Karl-Heinz Riedler supplying McManaman with a clear sight of goal. Watson's saving challenge good enough for referee Jeff Winter. He can forget the last few games. Liverpool will try and forget the whole of this season. Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 1.
You look pleased to get the goal?
Yeah, I didn't know much about it though, to be honest. You know, Julian joking, he's rashed it across the box, and I've swung with one leg and it's hit the other, and it's gone in. So, but I'm really pleased that I've got the goal and that we got the win.
Forest's relegation's been assured for weeks, but still they could mathematically survive. Chris Armstrong did his best to hand Forest a miracle, but when you haven't won at home for 8 months, it'll take a lot more than that. Stefan Everson tested the coordination of Steve Chettle and Richard Goff. The Forest defenders tested the patience of Big Ron. Spurs' path to inevitable victory seemed to have been earned by Everson, played in by Tim Sherwood, who was brought down by Goff, who probably expected his second red card in successive games. He got away with it, and Mark Crossley, who saved the penalty against Spurs in the '91 Cup final, denied Alan Nielsen. But Forest lost that day 8 years ago despite Crossley's save, and history repeated itself. Christian Edwards' clearance was seized upon by Everson, and Tottenham had finally scored. At least fate was kind in not making the afternoon too embarrassing. Matthew Louis-Jean's handball went unnoticed, denying Crossley the chance to save a second clear-cut penalty. But they only stayed up this time because of Southampton's late equaliser against Blackburn. Marlon Harewood's finishing will need to be sharper in Division 1 next season. Nottingham Forest 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1.
It was 6th against 7th coming into this encounter, but you'd never have guessed as West Ham tore Derby apart. Paolo Di Canio put the Hammers in front, although the ball was deflected in off Derby's Spencer Pryor. It wasn't long before West Ham increased their lead. Di Canio ran on to Mark Vivian Foe's long pass before setting up Eyal Berkovic for number 2. West Ham were now dominant. They seemed able to cut through the Derby defence with ease, and Paolo Di Canio was unlucky not to score again. Russell Holt and the post coming to Derby's rescue. West Ham continued where they'd left off in the second half, and Ian Wright, making his second appearance as a substitute after a lengthy spell out injured, scored his first goal since December to put the Hammers 3-0 ahead. Despite his absence, Wright is still West Ham's top scorer. That took him to 8th for the season. Moments later, it was 4-0. Trevor Sinclair's cross headed in by Neil Ruddock. And that wasn't the end of West Ham's exploits. Steve Lomas set up Trevor Sinclair for number 5. If the home fans wanted 6, they got it. But the 6th goal of the match was scored by Derby. The visitors, to their credit, showed their intentions when Paolo Wanchope broke clear. On the second occasion, he did get past Hislop to score a consolation goal for Derby 11 minutes from time. A big win for West Ham, though. West Ham 5, Derby 1.
Harry, you must be a very happy man.
Yes, the fans are happy, I'm happy, and they've gone home pleased today. They've seen a terrific performance and great attacking football. 5 goals, you know, what more can they ask? And I think they enjoyed it today. It was great.
How about Aaron against Martin O'Neill's Leicester City on Sunday? Casey Keller coming out for Leicester, the American goalie. He would be tested. Chelsea on the attack in the first half. Jody Morris will pass to Roberto Di Matteo. Di Matteo, I should say. And then he goes to Gianfranco Zola. And Zola tips it up over Keller. And then Zola heads for the crowd to get the love he deserves. I'll have the Italian combo, please. It works. Di Matteo to Zola. And that's your first goal of the match. Casey Keller came out to meet Zola, but that was a bad move as Zola just put it up and over. Now Chelsea on the attack again. Torrey Andre Flo gets it in the corner. He drops the ball back to Dan Petrescu, who crosses it, and Dennis Wise ends up with the header. No, says Casey Keller. Wise thought he had it, but look at the great save by Keller. He knocked that one out, and that's why he's the American number 1. Chelsea attacking in the 71st minute. Di Matteo goes over the top to Petrescu, who chips it over Keller again. This one hits the post, but goes in. Yes, Petrescu needs credit for that goal. Matt Elliott kind of helped it in there, but Petrescu will get it. Now to the last 10 minutes. 83rd minute. Leicester City on the attack. Andrew Impey with the cross. It falls to Matt Elliott, who centers it. Michael Dewberry puts it in. And that is a problem. Because, Michael, that's your own goal. Yes, check it out. Dewberry tries to clear it, but he needs to clear it the other way. Now to the 88th minute. Steve Guppy gets the ball. He shoots with his right foot. Oh! A beautiful goal, and that is the equalizer. We knew Guppy had a great left foot. He didn't tell us about his right. Ed DeHoy will just miss. As you see, Guppy put it right there in the corner. A beautiful effort, and this one turns out to the final. Now it's time to head to Highbury. Ian Dark has the call.
It's Overmars. Is something going to give? This goes an awful long way, and in the end, it's in the corner of the net, and it's Ray Parlour that's done it. Yet another goal for him. The breakthrough goal for Arsenal. It arrives in the 35th minute. And a predictable source causing all the problems. And Winterburn leading the charge in an unfamiliar position to him. Not sure he meant to find Vieira, but he did anyway, and Vieira has found the back of the net. Only his second league goal of the season. This is Bergkamp. Oh, and in off the goalkeeper in the end. It was Carnew's header off the post, and then off Sullivan's legs into the net. Carnew's header, and yet it was off Thatcher, not the goalkeeper. And this could be more. Bergkamp. And that's 4. It's raining goals here now. What a night for Arsenal. Wimbledon stunned and shell-shocked. Sullivan got something on it, but not enough. And Bergkamp does plenty to erase the memories of his vital penalty miss against Manchester United. Arsenal couldn't have dreamt of anything better than this, really, to get them back on track. Bergkamp, Carnew, Vieira trying to get in there, and there's going to be another goal here. Carnew! This time there's no doubt. It is his goal, and it's 5-0. And that's 3 in about 4 minutes for Arsenal. Well, this is unbelievable now. There was another messy sort of goal. Carnew found a way through. Vieira was in there, and Carnew just had to nip it across the line in the end. It was Cunningham's little interception that took it away from the goalkeeper, and Carnew simply said, "Thank you very much indeed. I'll take that." 5. Here comes a Wimbledon free kick, and they've got one back with Court. Carl Court. 5-1. And Wimbledon become the first team to score at Highbury since December. Since Leeds got one here. In the league, that is. Court using his aerial ability. Good header. No chance for Seaman.